Hey, what is going on, Guardians? Evade here, and today I have a pretty interesting video for you. Bungie released a new trailer where Cayde and Uldren have an appearance. The Queen is seen for the first time regarding Forsaken, and we'll also go over some Solstice of Heroes tips. So here's a new trailer with Cayde and Uldren, and then we'll talk about it afterward.
Well, this is awkward. Hey, you got a gun I can borrow?
This is going to hurt. A lot. The line between light and dark is so very thin. Do you know which side you're on?
So that was the trailer for the new Forsaken Legendary Collection. Now basically, if you've never played Destiny 2 before, this is a pretty good deal for you. So you pay $60 and you'll receive the base game, expansion 1 and 2, as well as Forsaken, and that's pretty good considering everything separate is way more than that. You have, $60 for the base game, both expansions, and plus Forsaken itself, which is $40 on its own, so good deal. But in the trailer we get a sneak peek at Cayde's death and how Uldren interacts with our Guardian. Now the first thing to note, and first thing I noticed when watching this, is that Cayde's voice actor is different. Now this isn't new information. I believe Nathan Fillion told us this like a week or two ago, but it's the first time we hear this new voice in terms of Forsaken regarding Cayde.
Well, this is awkward. Hey, you got a gun I can borrow?
Now there are a bunch of exo or robotic effects on the voice, so it's kind of hard to decipher, but I think that Noel North will do a pretty good job. And for those of you that don't know, he's the voice of the Ghost, and he's done characters in other games like Nathan Drake in Uncharted, characters in Batman, Assassin's Creed, Portal. Basically he's been everywhere, so we're in good hands with them. In the trailer we see Cayde on the ground and Uldren approaches with the Ace of Spades, saying this will hurt a lot, and then he shoots him. He then says something that fits the Awoken perfectly. The line between light and dark is so very thin. Do you know which side you're on? And that line is pretty crazy. As he says this, the Barons stand behind him, and it's a pretty powerful moment. Now when I first heard that, I couldn't help but think of one thing from Destiny 1. Where have we heard this before?
To find the Black Garden, we need to see the Awoken.
Ah, yes. The Awoken. Out there wavering between the light and the dark. A side should always be taken, little light. Even if it's the wrong side.
So given the Awoken's, sketchy nature in Destiny 1, we'd never known their true goal or what they're going after. Now I'm sure we're going to learn way more about this in Forsaken, given that the Dreaming City is the Awoken homeland, but I thought I'd make that connection from Destiny 1. We also know that our Guardian will come into contact with Cayde, which is actually pretty sad. You can see the Guardian here scans the Ghost, probably hoping it will do something or anything, but as we know, it doesn't look like things are going to turn out the way we'd like. Now with all of this, why would Uldren kill Cayde like that? Now it does appear that something damaged Cayde to make him fall on the ground. Could have been Uldren, could have been something completely different, but to me Uldren seems kind of calm as he encounters our friendly Exo. It almost feels like this is something that Uldren needs to do and not necessarily something he wants to do. Again, that's just my opinion, but we can see, as he shoots Cayde, he even closes his eyes. So obviously speculating, but that right there could be a good hint at the story. Uldren is going after something, whether it's Mara or something trapped within the Dreaming City. He's going to do whatever he needs to get to it. In this case, Cayde could have been in his way. Last thing to note is we can see his streaks of hair seem to be evolving to a more white color. This is seen both in-game as well as the new Uldren statue on Bungie's site. Not sure what it means exactly, but I guess that kind of confirms that this picture right here is truly Uldren. Now at first you can see why we wouldn't make that connection because, he didn't have white hair before, but now his attire is the same, some of those little streaks are coming through, and it makes me question why. Is it just because, his character is, aging somehow, just a physical change, or does a character like Mara have something to do with this? Speaking of Mara, we get a glimpse of the Pirate Queen in a new pre-order bonus from GameStop, so take a look at this. Now these are apparently our playing cards. We can see the Fanatic, Cayde, Uldren on the far right there, and on the left side of him, Mara Sov herself. We know Mara is alive, that's been stated time and time again, but it's been a mystery regarding her appearance in Forsaken. We asked if she would even appear, and I guess our answer now is maybe? In my opinion, that's option 1. Option 2 could be they just included her in the cards because it's for fun and she's involved with the Awoken and Destiny story, so why not, throw her in there as well? But then again, I do find it hard to believe she won't have a part in something this big with the Awoken, right? Her appearance in this card also resembles her previous look back in the Taken King. So if this truly is her in Forsaken, it could back the theory that she was transported somewhere else during Oryx's reign of destruction at Saturn's rings. Now there are also some other additions at GameStop I'll throw up on the screen if you're interested in some Cayde goodies. The first one is a Forsaken bundle which includes a DLC, icons, an emblem, and even a Cayde statue. And then the other one is a Cayde-6 collector's box with the DLC. So I'm not sure if those will be made available elsewhere in the future, but it appears GameStop will have them for now. So here are some of my tips for Solstice and how to upgrade that armor. So tip number 1, you must use the full armor set to generate the new Void, Solar, and Arc orbs. Now you may be wasting your time if you're just running around getting kills without wearing it, so make sure you're doing that. You're also going to need that armor on in order to get the challenges completed, so just make sure you keep it on at all times when trying to upgrade the armor. If you're doing other activities and you want to take it off, that's totally okay. Tip number 2 talks about the orbs. Now these orbs apparently drop randomly when enemies are killed. Sometimes you'll get some, sometimes you won't. One thing I recommend though is you should put on your respective super. So for example, if you're going for Arc orbs, put on Stormcaller, Arc Strider, or Striker. Now it's not 100% confirmed if this is a mechanic, but it generated a ton of orbs for us, so might as well try it out. Also try using the same element when it comes to weapons. Tip number 3 is read carefully. Now the tabs say general things like collecting certain orbs, but it may be in a strike or a mission. So make sure you give it a second look before jumping into the activities and wasting an hour before getting no progress. Tip number 4, to get done quicker, go for multiple pieces at once. For example, with my Hunter set, we did 10 public events and patrols at the same time. Now on top of that, you can even go for Arc orbs as well. So you get the idea, just bunch things together and you'll get done way quicker. So that's how you upgrade the green set. With the blue set, to me, in my opinion, it's much easier, it just takes some time. So to upgrade this one, you gotta complete 5 missions again, get kills with elemental weapons and grenades, 3 heroic strikes, the Nightfall, 10 adventures, 5 crucible wins, and 20 challenges completed. So it's a lot, but it's, pretty self-explanatory. It tells you what exactly you need to do, you just gotta read it carefully. The most annoying thing to me on that step was probably the 20 challenges, but make sure you visit each planet and the strike playlist, and even Crucible I think as well, if you're aiming for completing a bunch of them in the same day, and they reset each day as well. So after you do all of that, you're at the last set, Legendary. So this is going to be the final step unless you want to upgrade one more time and go for the Masterwork versions of that armor. So to get the Masterwork, you're going to need to do the following. First up, bonus threshold in the Nightfall. Next, 5 heroic strikes with clan members. That's a big one. I did 2 heroic strikes by myself and realized you needed a clan member. Third is Leviathan Prestige, then you have legend rank in the Crucible and 10 bosses defeated. Now something to note is that even when you get the legendary armor, there's an ornament on it, so you can make it look like any of the 3 sets. It can be all torn and rugged like the green set was, or you can just keep it how it is with the legendary. Before I go, if you'd like to become a voice actor for my game, there is a link to the Google Doc down below where you can take a look at various available parts. If you like one, go ahead and record the lines and send them to destinyguides@yahoo.com, and then I'll evaluate all of them there. Anyway, Guardians, that's all I got for this video. I hope those tips helped you out. It was one heck of a grind, pretty cool event, but I just wanted to, complete it all so I can jump into different games and be ready for Forsaken. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for some more awesome Destiny 2 news and entertainment. My name's Evade, and I'll catch you Guardians in the next one.